have nothing for sale right now. Dealing in the salvage trade can mean some pretty irregular shipments. Unfortunately, I'm waiting on a big shipment to come in, so I'm afraid I can't help you at the moment. I deal in salvage from all across the Clockwork City. All out of stock at the moment, though, I'm afraid.
Here, you salvage what scrap you can, or you end up with nothing. It's tough, but it's life. I'll never be dealing with that cranked Khajiit again, that's for sure. From here out, I'll be trading my salvage to more respectable merchants. There's always more salvage out there. I can tell you this, though. I'm never dealing with Najargo again.
Best move on unless you've got something to trade, Walker. Commerce pumps like a piston here, and Najargo cannot afford to miss a deal. The puzzles, tarnished. It is all the same to this one. Each has something they want, and something they are willing to trade to get it. Opportunity flows within this city like its oil-slick waters. One must only be quick enough to seize it.
Slagtown has enough hardship. We do not need newcomers to worsen our burdens. Kair! There's no salvage here for you to take. Go buff your brass somewhere else. Zaiba is not impressed.
Hey, got a job for someone who don't mind getting their shoes wet.
You look restless, Gearwalker. If you seek work, you should talk to Razgurig. The people of Slagtown always welcome a helping hand.
Hey there! I told Razgurig about a job you might be interested in. Track him down and he'll give you the details.
Have you spoken with Razgurig? I asked him to find someone to help with a job. I dare say you're a perfect candidate. You should talk to him.
I don't know if you noticed, but Slagtown could use a lot of help. If you've got a minute, you should talk to Razgurig. He'll have a task for you. Guarantee it.
Hey there! Razgurug's looking for someone to do some mining. You look tough. You should talk to him.
The attentive bird catches the worm, crow friend.
Have you talked to Razgurig? Always got plenty of work here in Slagtown.
You best not cause any trouble in Slagtown, you hear? My sense of justice ain't as noble as the factotum's topside. Always on the lookout for a bit of paper. Once found me a whole journal out in the radius. Worth its weight in gold it is. At least to me. Life ain't easy and life ain't fair. But whoever said it was? Not our good God, that's for sure. I'm known as the deputy around here. Funny, I know, having such a title among a group of no-goods.
Brand's trying to get us meat again.
Oh, how I miss meat.
I miss my molar.
Maybe you should chew more carefully next time.
Anyone mess with you in Slagtown, you just send them my way. I'll sort them out.
Misanir is used to beautiful women, but never ones quite so kind. Full moons be upon this one today.
I grew up with tales of the Hist, but I have never seen it. It does not concern me, though. How can I regret the loss of that which I have never known? The water. Oh, the water. Whatever will we do?
Now, you calm yourself right down. They're just rumors.
What is wrong with the water?
She just heard that the halls of regulation were breaking down. Tusking lies, if you ask me.
What will we do? What will we do?
Got plenty to eat around here, so don't concern yourself about that. Just grab some slop and you're good to go. Not the best tasting, but it gets the job done.
We do not belong, yet here we are, and the wheel ever turns.
First an outsider, now a tarnished. Perhaps there will come a day when this one will be merely a Misanir.
It's all right. We'll help take care of you.
This one doesn't know what he'll do. Where will he go?
You will see, my dear. We take care of our own down here.
You let me know if you need a place to sleep tonight, you hear? Newcomer or not, you deserve somewhere to lay your head.
We must look out for each other, yes? A cruel land calls for kind friends.
We are tarnished, cast away, and forgotten. But still, we must get by.
Misanir does not understand. Khajiit? Argonians? They are apostles as well?
Well, they take anyone, don't they?
It does not matter who one is, but what they can do.
Not that it does us any good, mind you. We're all scrapped down in Slagtown.
We must look out for each other, yes? A cruel land calls for kind friends.
We are tarnished, cast away, and forgotten. But still, we must get by.
Anyone mess with you in Slagtown, you just send them my way. I'll sort them out. I knew it! I knew it all along! No way a factotum can predict the future.
Yes, but did it not lead the way to the treasure? Perhaps if it was simply asked the right questions.
I think that the prognosticator has caused enough trouble, Misanir. Don't you agree?
Oh, why yes, ma'am. Of course.
Good.
There must be some sort of mistake. I'm not meant to be here.
Your path has been set before you, Auxiliary. I suggest you learn to walk it.
What nonsense are you spouting? Just tell me how to go back. I demand it.
Choice is but chaos. Demands but the selfish needs of those who would follow the motion of lines.
Everyone in this place is fetching mad. I have important business back in Vardenfell. I can't be late. I need to leave.
Forward, it cries. Forward to the fruits of cheap ambition. Forward to the promise of everlasting kingdoms.
Will you stop mocking me?
Do you seek guidance, or merely an ear to vent your frustrations? Either way, I have little answers. Silence gives birth to the intrepid mind, after all. Finding your place here within our city,
is to become a gear within a glorious machine. Greatness lies within us all, should we find the will to merge our fractured selves. Don't worry, I won't quote scripture to you. After all, it seems Lord Set's wisdom is unappreciated by most auxiliaries.
I will find a way out of this wasteland, with or without the help of those clockwork apostles. This place is filled with lunatics, acting under the orders of an absent god. Why, if Lord Vivek ever caught wind of such disgrace going on under the name of the Tribunal, I'm sure House Halalu is spending all available resources trying to find my whereabouts. Why, I wouldn't be surprised if a rescue party showed up any day now. Any day.
By the word of Set, I am bound. Greetings, resident. All documents pertaining to your citizenship have been pressed and archived. Thank you for your interest. Go forth and create. I am a factotum, a mechanized servitor automaton bound to the Clockwork City. My functions include city maintenance, record keeping, commerce, hospitality, and basic civil defense. Just a moment. Current inventory of 7th generation factotums equals 946 active partitions, with an additional 6,400 partitions stored in Cogitum archives. Lord Set revises factotum source material and partition frames regularly. 6 generations preceded the current model. All additional information pertaining to factotum source material and fabrication is restricted. Thank you for your interest.
According to your tabulator, that portal leads to the Shadow Cleft, a region in the Evergloam. How Nocturnal attached a portion of her realm to the Clockwork City defies my understanding. Maybe a more experienced apostle can make sense of this.
Why don't you head down to Slagtown? I'm sure the Tarnished would accept you into their ranks. They'll take anyone.
Oh, an auxiliary. How quaint. Afraid I'm quite busy at the moment, though. Apostle work, you know how it is.
I'm lucky to have made friends so quickly since joining the Order. I know Salen and Velocity aren't the easiest to get along with sometimes, but they're actually very kind once you get to know them.
Hurry now.
Don't tell me you went down to Slagtown.
Oh, come now, there's no harm in the occasional visit. You'd be surprised by the types of things you can buy down there.
You're being ridiculous. Winding, tell him he's being ridiculous.
Well, yes, I suppose it's a little silly.
See? Even Winding thinks you're cranked.
I am still deciding upon a field of study, for there is much to discover in Lord Set's dominion.
Oh, I'd love to chat about whatever it is you want to talk about, but I'm afraid I just don't have time at the moment.
You'd best not give me some strange disease, auxiliary. Who knows what parts of Tamriel you've been rolling around in?
Can I borrow your notes on yesterday's lesson? I'd like to conduct a comparison.
You're cranked if you think I'll do that, given you slept all through the lesson.
I wasn't sleeping, simply meditating on the possibilities of...
The implications of thermal reactions of geodic distillate in high-pressure conditions.
Yes, that exactly.
What could you possibly wish to speak of? I assure you, I have nothing worth talking about. Well, nothing that you would understand in any case.
I'm fairly new to the Order, so I'm afraid there's not much I can help you with. But I do know my way around the Brass Fortress, if you're ever lost.
Something you wanted to talk about? I'm afraid I've got my hands full at the moment. Perhaps another time.
You'll end up a shopkeeper if you keep this laziness up.
Hey now, there's no need to be rude.
I think owning a shop is a fine trade.
Oh, I'm sure it is. It's just not what the chrononymic will has in plan for me.
I'm lucky to have made friends so quickly since joining the Order. I know Salin and Velocity aren't the easiest to get along with sometimes, but they're actually very kind once you get to know them.
Oh, I'd love to chat about whatever it is you want to talk about, but I'm afraid I just don't have time at the moment.
What could you possibly wish to speak of?
Do you believe we'll be able to see the pneumonic planisphere one day?
One day? I'm surprised we haven't already been invited to go.
Imagine what we could learn from the memories of Sothaseel himself.
Well, hopefully you won't just sleep through them all, brother dearest. The harvest this year is delicious as always.
Quite the welcome change from our daily gruel.
I have heard whispers, though.
We've all heard the whispers winding. Best to be grateful and leave the rest till Lord Set.
Yes, of course. I apologize.
Every member of the Clockwork Apostles has a particular field of study. Mine just happens to be pipes. Perhaps not the most popular topic choice, but I can't help but find them endlessly fascinating. The pipes are managed by an automated system, but under what regulations? And who's controlling it? Basilisks don't usually have much purpose beyond a gaudy toy. Of course, I've functioned Brassy to be useful as well as adorable.
Stormhold. Thank you.
Brassy, or, well, my Brasilisk is doing just fine. I've got him all set up and working again, ready for another adventure in the pipes.
Just do as I say, you skeever!
Reflecting. Reflecting.
Wait, what are you doing now?
I am a factotum, not a large rodent, citizen.
What?
A skeever is a large rodent. I am not a large rodent.
This useless pile of brass used to be a guard of some sort. It's harmless now, though. Well, mostly harmless.
How may I detain you today?
All right, pile of bolts. Let's run through it one more time.
What am I running through?
Inventory, of course.
Understood. I will run through the inventory.
Oh, Sovereign God, take me now. I feel like this factotum has cost me more gold than it's saved. What with all the customers it's run off.
Daedric threat detected.
I already told you, you piece of scrap! Ain't no Daedra in Clockwork!
Daedric threat detected in Clockwork City.
Shut your metal trap before I sell you for parts.
Combat initiation on standby. I will not harm you, citizen.
This useless pile of brass used to be a guard of some sort. It's harmless. Can you fix it?
Well, I wouldn't say it's broke. It's performing as originally functioned.
I don't need a guard factotum, I need a shop assistant.
There's not much I can do.
And if I could offer some funding for your research?
Perhaps there's something I can do.
Do you need assistance leaving the premises?
I feel like this factotum has cost me more gold than it's saved. What with all the customers it's run off.
Daedric threat no longer detected.
This again? I told you, ain't no Daedra in Clockwork!
Correct. There is no longer a Daedric threat in Clockwork City.
Ain't ever a threat to begin with! Oh, you test my last nerve, you do.
Do you need assistance leaving the premises?
I know factotums can run a shop well enough. I've seen it. Perhaps you just can't teach an old machine new tricks. You said you'd get results, Zenon.
I know. But I've been considering changing my field of research lately.
Truly? Well, then I'll be needing my generous donation back.
Oh, well, about those funds, you see, well...
You best start running, Zenon, before I stick this scrap heap on your arse. And when a customer enters the store, what do we say?
Welcome, citizen.
Good! And when they ask how much something is, what do we say then?
Cease your actions, or you will be taken into custody.
Ah, Shaw's bones.
Will I have to get metal arms now?
Modifications are extensions of the truth of your soul. A gift to those who seek the unending quest of cohesion, watertight and everlasting.
I'll take that to mean they're optional then. Thanks.
To join our sacred order takes not only skill, but also a dedication to innovation and discovery. It is not enough to simply learn what is, but to imagine what could be.
Proctotarian is a pretty good sponsor. He teaches me all sorts of things. I mean, I only understand about every other word, but I appreciate the sentiment.
By his word, I am bound.
Curiosity is a gift that Ven seems to have in abundance. Still, knowledge is hidden only to be found.
I guess I was lucky enough to get here before the big crowd. The rumors I've heard about those struggling to find a sponsor, well, I'd rather not discuss it.
You expect me to believe this is so far? It's an elaborate ruse, to your credit.
Skepticism is an appropriate reaction. But do not dismiss terrory, as we did so long ago. Her theories are sound.
I didn't do this to get in the Order's good graces. I didn't even do it because he begged me to. This is pointless, Sovor.
Stop calling it that. Proctor Sayani was a troubled man, but I won't have you defaming his name with your heresies.
It wasn't until death cast its shadow over my flesh that I saw the true beauty of brass. Do not wait too long to open your eyes, Lornil.
I just don't know. I always expected Clockwork City to be a bit more hospitable.
We need not the grease of luxury to find our sequence here.
Still, you never tire of it? The smell of oil or the taste of gruel?
Your mind must become a gear, a single constant winding in perfect regulation. Do not let such thoughts rust your mind.
That's true, I suppose. No use crying over spilt milk. Milk.
To join our sacred order takes not only skill, but also a dedication to innovation and discovery. It is not enough to simply learn what is, but to imagine what could be.
I guess I was lucky enough to get here before the big crowd. The rumors I've heard about those struggling to find a sponsor, well, I'd rather not discuss it. I haven't seen Sothacil yet. Does he ever come out?
He concerns himself with the divine metronome, beyond simple understanding, unheeding of the line motion so many tread upon.
But shouldn't he help look after the city he created?
In silence, we are given mysteries. From mysteries is born curiosity. We must assemble our own truths, lest we forget its importance, its purpose.
Huh. Well, I guess he would be pretty busy being a god and all. Funny how many of us are coming into Clockwork City. I get the feeling it's the first time something like this happened. Not quite sure the folks here know how to handle it.
As a lector, it is my responsibility to guide young apostles towards a greater understanding. Not only in a field of their choosing, but also within themselves.